Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Different topic today. I wanted to discuss watch insurance. Is it worth it? Should you consider getting watch insurance? And what is the cost involved, as well as comparisons out there. Now, wristwatch check, I'm wearing my Explorer 40. What prompted me to make this video was, in doing my own research and due diligence, I found very limited resources out there. Especially in YouTube, there was very limited videos explaining the differences, especially here in Australia. Now, youth crime is a thing. It's a big thing here in Australia, and overseas, around the world, watch theft is on the rise. In the United States, you can get jacked by just wearing a rollie. In the UK, it's a completely unsafe thing to do, and that's not how watch collecting should be. That's not how owning a nice watch should be. You shouldn't be scared to go out there and enjoy your hard work and your pride and joy. So watch insurance alleviates that fear, gives you that peace of mind, and knowing that you're covered, it allows you to navigate the world and enjoy yourself, essentially. That's what prompted me to research watch insurance. Now, there are alternative options out there to getting watch insurance. The first being putting your watches under your home and contents insurance. Spoiler alert, I don't like the option of putting your watches under your home and contents insurance. I myself have tried to get quotes and engage insurers here to put my watches under my home and contents insurance. And I basically got told to go fuck myself. For a number of reasons. The first reason being, these insurers will only cover me here in Australia. Secondly, they'll only cover me for a specific cap. So for my rollies, they'll only cover up to $5,000, even if I stipulate that I want specific pieces covered. So more likely than not, you're not going to be covered for your entire value of your watch, which is dumb, right? So, fuck that off. Second option is to self-insure. Now, self-insuring is a great thing, though there are two main problems that I have personally with self-insuring. Firstly, in order to self-insure, you need to have willpower and discipline. You need to put the money aside and not touch it. But with human nature, when shit hits the fan, when something unexpected happens, you do get that temptation to actually touch that money. So that's the reason why a lot of investors say, if you're going to invest money or put money away as savings, put it into your super retirement fund or your 401k, whatever it may be. Just put it into that account because you can't touch it, right? So if you get a self-insurance account, so to speak, for yourself, you got to have that discipline. Second problem I have with it, and this is the big kicker, is if I was to put away the equivalent of a yearly insurance policy premium, right? So the yearly cost of actually taking out an insurance policy, if I was to put that into an account and be disciplined, for me personally, for the cost of my recent policy, it's going to take me 15 years to actually cover myself. So a lot can happen within 15 years. In 15 years time, I could have passed my watches on to my kids. I could have already sold them. I could have passed them on, but that's just only in covering myself for one watch. If you have a collection of 2, 3, 4, or 5, it's going to take longer than that. So to cover my 2-piece combo meal deal, it's going to take me 32 years to actually self-insure myself. And that's a very long time, right? Good idea, but a very long time. I actually recommend doing this on top of getting a policy, because if you do this, at least then you have money saved up for whatever the fuck that you want to do. So now go on to the actual watch insurance policies. Especially here in Australia, we have 3 main companies: Centerstone, Cureport, and Jewel Cover. Now I'll do a quick example on quotes at the end of this video, but with these 3, basically they do the same thing. The kicker here is Centerstone is its own company, underwritten by Berkeley. Cureport and Jewel Cover are brother-sister brands that are underwritten by Chubb Insurance, which they're based in the United States. Now, again, they do the same thing, but the beautiful thing about these policies is that they cover you for accidental damage, worldwide international travel, theft, mysterious disappearances, things of that nature, right? Just gives you that peace of mind. So let's say, for example, you take out a policy, you go to France and you get jacked. That's fine. Take the watch. It's not worth risking your life getting stabbed over a fucking watch, right? Especially if you're covered by insurance, fucking boom, take it. All you need to do in order to make a claim is to file a police report, go through the normal process as you would if you were just to claim a normal insurance policy. And that's it. You're covered. That's the great thing about these policies. Not only that, but these companies understand that watches fluctuate in value. So Centerstone and Q Report, they cover you for an additional 50%. So there's a 50% buffer on whatever the market value is or the agreed value that you negotiate with your insurance policy. So as an example, if let's say this watch here is valued at $14,000, Q Report and Centerstone will do an additional $7,000 on top, just in case the market does fluctuate. Now, dual cover, it's only 25%, but it's still something, right? The reason why dual cover has a lower buffer is that they have no fees and charges, whereas Centerstone and Q Report do have fees and charges. The reality is, with the setup cost, you can actually get that waived if you just ask. Waive the setup cost, they'll do it for you. That's the secret of actually getting cheaper prices, is just actually asking. So there's that there. But Q Report is the most expensive one. They're the most expensive insurance providers in this niche. However, they have the most reviews and also the most online presence in history, right? So I went with Q Report. It's a touch more expensive. It's like, I think it was like $50 more expensive than Centerstone. Centerstone is actually the cheapest, and dual cover is right in between. Yeah, I went with Q Report. Has a lot of online reviews, online presence. Felt comfortable with their policy, as well as that they make you a customized booklet with your policy and your watches, and it's just superficial shit, but it's nice to have. And I myself, I travel quite often, and I know the dangers of actually, losing your shit. So, quick video, make your own decision, make your own informed decision whether or not you need to get insurance or not. I highly recommend it, and I would advise you to ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. If I lose my watch, so if I buy myself my Grail Dream watch, if I lose it, can I afford to get another one? Can I afford to lose this watch? That's the question you need to ask yourself. If you're paid and you're rich and your life's treating you well, and you say, yeah, I can't afford to lose this watch, you don't need insurance, right? But if you do lose the watch and it will, if it does negatively impact you financially, then yeah, get the insurance policy, right? It's gonna take you 15 years, depending on the watch, right? Like for me, to cover one watch, as I mentioned in self-insuring, it's gonna take me 15 years in terms of saving up an insurance policy every single year to cover myself for the watch. So a lot can happen in 15 years. I prefer to just pay the insurance, have the peace of mind, don't worry about it, right? So coming up now, here's the quick quotes from all three websites.
Okay, let's have a look at Centerstone Jewelry Insurance. So let's go get a quote here. And as you can see, for the amount of $20,000, we're having an annual amount of $536.55 with a $55 setup fee, as well as a $54.72 monthly. Cheaper to pay annually, but that's what you get for covering of $20,000. Okay, looking at Q Report now, same amount, same details, $20,000. It's about $550 with a $61.45 monthly. Now, keep in mind the one-time setup fee is something that's different with the Q Report. Now, you can get this waived. Now for dual cover, same thing, $20,000. Let's give it a sus. And as you can see, annual $550, monthly $49.96. It's cheaper than the Q Report. Comparative to Centerstone, though, with dual cover, you don't pay any setup fees at all. Now, Centerstone actually did offer to waive the fee for me. And Q Report, if you ask them, they can waive the setup fee for you as well. So it's all very comparable. Yeah, it's kind of pick your poison, looking at the features and deciding which one you want to go for.